Right, so we're going to calculate the area of this sector. So remember the area of the circle. Okay, so area of circle is pi r squared. Now, obviously, a sector is a section of a circle. Okay, so circle, there the section is 45 degrees, and obviously you've got 360 degrees in the whole circle. Okay, so think of if you've got a cake, 360 slices, you've got 45 slices. Okay, so what we want to do is actually work out the area of sector. Okay, now that is equal to, I'll just leave a wee bit there, pi r squared, but it's also, you're timesing it by the actual angle of the sector over 360. Okay, so it's essentially the fraction of the circle. Okay, so that's 45 360ths of the circle. So that's why your times in the area of the sector by the angle in here over 360. Now, first thing you'd hopefully want to see is, can you simplify 45 over 360? Now, the first thing you'd do is see if the numerator can actually divide into the denominator, okay? Because if I divide 45 into 45, that's 1. Can 45 be divided by 360? Yes, it can, 8 times, okay? So that simplifies into an 8th times pi r squared. Okay, so they've given you what pi is, and we know what r is. So we'll see what we can do from here. Okay, so that's an 8th times the pi, they're just saying take 3.14, and r is 20. Okay, so 20 squared, that equals 400. Okay, so 10 squared is 100, 20 squared is 400. Okay, so we're going to times that by 400. And we can tidy this up because we can see that's 3.14 times times 400 over 8. Now, what we can then do is we can then have a wee look to see, well, oops, can we maybe divide this into that to actually tidy it up a wee bit. Okay, so how many times can 8 go into 40? Well, hopefully you're a step ahead of me and you're saying, well, 3.14, 8 can go into 40 50 times. So we're left with trying to work out what 3.14 times 50 is. Okay, so what we can then do is we can then start thinking about, well, if we times it 3.14 times 50, that's the same as 31.4 times 5. Okay, because we're just taking the tens from here and timesing that by 3.14. Okay, see if we've got enough room here. So that's equivalent of 3.14, and then if we just times that by 5, 5 times 4, that's 2, or carry the 2 over. 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 2 is 7. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. And there's a wee decimal point there, obviously. So that is equivalent of 157 centimetre squared. Okay, so what we've done is we've used the area of the circle. We've then remembered that a sector is just a slice of that circle, so you find out the angle of the slice and divide it by 360. So the area of the sector is 45 divided by 360 times your pi r squared. We'll see, try and simplify the 45 into 360 into a more manageable number, so that simplified into an 8th times pi r squared, so that's an 8th times 3.14 times 400, and then that gave us this fraction, in which we then simplified into 3.14 times 50. Okay, and from that we can then work it out just by using multiplication to give you an answer of 157 centimetres squared.